Welcome back to my channel. Today I have another makeup tutorial for you, and it is another summer look, but this time it's more of a fun, playful, bright, fresh look. I think this look would be perfect for summer parties or maybe some sort of festival, something like that. So if you want to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. Just brushing up my eyebrows using the hard angled definer and using my double effect eyebrow powder. Basically, most of these are the same products as what I used last time. What's your favourite step of makeup? Like, of your whole routine? What do you like doing the most? I think there's a fly in here. Knew I shouldn't have opened the window. Yeah, as I was saying, what's your favourite step of makeup? For me, it's eyebrows. I just feel like eyebrows really just change your face completely. As long as I've got eyebrows, like if I was in a rush and I had to leave the house. This fly is really annoying me. I don't know whether to open the window, but it's probably not going to go out. Get out the window. Go on. I dealt with the fly. Isn't it funny? As soon as you start filming, something always happens. Like, I never get flies in here, ever. And all of a sudden, there's a fly in the living room. Anyway, back to the brows. Right, now, I can't find it. Does anyone else do that? Like, you're doing your makeup and it's in front of you, but for some reason you just can't find everything? Where's my concealer? So I'm using the Rimmel Wake Me Up concealer. And I'm also using the Body Shop, I think this is a concealer brush. This is the Sleek Brow Gel in Clear. This looks like that. Link it all down below. Brows are done. Now we're going to move on to the fun part, the eyeshadow. This brush is going to be the Ecotools Brush Sleek Kit, and it's called Ultra Matte's VI730. And it looks like that. Very bright colours. Don't know what happened to this one. I think I dropped it and it fell. Can't even remember what colour that was. So we're going to start off with an orange colour. This one here. And I'm just going to put that into my crease. Blend, blend, blend. I'm also dragging it down to my lid a little bit, not using any fresh product, but just sort of using the excess from the top, just so it all comes together. Okay, now we're going to do the other eye. There's always one eye that's brighter than the other. Okay, I think that's okay pretty much. Now we're going to go in with the pink from the same palette, this one here. And I'm making sure not to spread the pink too far above my eye. So I want the pink to be underneath the orange, if that makes sense, so that it looks more like a transition. Okay, other eye. If you feel like you want the colour to be stronger as well, still put on your application bit by bit rather than putting on a lot on one stroke. It does take longer, which is annoying, but it will look so much better. Now using a UCB number 35, we're gonna just blend that out. I'm just gonna take a little bit more pink. Now using the purple from the same kit. And I'm going to go back to my UCB brush again and blend a little bit. The purple is what gives more depth, more dynamic, so I don't want to blend that too much because I'm going to lose that. And I'm going to be using this light colour here on my lid. Focusing more on 3/4 of my eyelid rather than putting it all over the eyelid. I want the other colours to sort of be incorporated, to be more of a transition than a block colour, if that makes sense. I'm not putting too much because this is obviously a really bright look anyway, so I don't really need too much of anything. I'm going to go in with my Rimmel Glam Eyes liquid eyeliner. Now we will fill in the lower lash line with the sleek Ultra Matte V1 730 palette. And I'm going to be using this turquoise colour here. So now we can do the eyelashes. Oh no! It's cool, cotton bud. Dab, 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 dab. It's gone. At least it was on the outer corner. If it was in the crease line, I would have been like, no. If I didn't say, it's the Max Factor Voluptuous False Lash Effect. For my bottom eyelashes, I'm going to use a different mascara. It's a MAC False Lashes Extreme Black Mascara, and this actually came as like a free tester with a product I bought a long time ago, and I haven't actually used it. I tested it out last night when I was trying out this look, and I thought it was really good for bottom eyelashes. Back onto the top lashes, and I'm just putting some more of that turquoise because it's got a bit lost when I did the mascara. A bit of eyeliner in my waterline. Let's sharpen it first. Just putting it mostly on the edge. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the eyeshadow and add a little bit of white. I'm just going to use a cotton bud for this. Back to this palette. Just going to put a little bit of that white underneath my brow bone, just a little bit. Just using some Astral Cream. Flawless Matte Finish Barry M Oil-Free Foundation. foundation done. Now we're going to move on to concealer. And I'm using the Sleek Corrector and Concealer palette in number 2. I used to use a brush for doing concealer, but I actually really like the way that the finger warms it up underneath the eye, so I haven't used a brush for a long time. Looking a bit brighter under the eye. One heck of a blot, Soap and Glory. When you first put this powder on, it sort of looks a bit too washed out, but once it's settled after like a minute, it's really nice. Now let's bring a little bit of dynamic back into my face, a bit of depth, a bit of warmth, with a bit of contour. Again, I'm using Sleek, the Face Contour Kit, number 7 contour and highlight brush. Moving on to a bronzer, and it's the Shimmer Brick by 17. Focusing on only these 3 shades and not that one, because that's what we're going to use for the highlight. Ecotools brush, by the way. Just the top colour of the Shimmer Brick. Squashing the brush and running it across that lighter colour. What I like to do is get my ring finger and just run that across the top, just because I like that sort of, I like that strobe effect, and I feel like focusing with your finger gives you more of that pronounced highlight. As you can tell, I like highlight. Now for lips, all I'm using is this MAC Dazzle Glass Get Rich Quick. And it's got a bit of glitter in it as well, which is really nice, quite shiny. And we haven't really got any shimmer on the eyes, it's quite a matte look, so I thought that would be quite nice. To the end of my makeup tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed creating this look. If you want to see more of my videos, then make sure you subscribe, and if you could give this a like and maybe a comment down below would be nice as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.